What's up, guys? My name's KhaoticK, back at you guys with a lit one today. Coming at you guys with a video about taking bath salts that were laced into this MDMA. And I believe I actually did. So I think I took bath salts. And basically, we're going to do a little review of what happened. Hope you guys will stay high, stay lifted. You know how it goes, you know the saying. And let me know down in the comments what you guys are on, what you guys are up to, and how your New Year's going. I'd like to know. Anyways, let's get started. So, taking bath salts with Molly. Man, this is not a good time. So, luckily, this is the really weird thing about this. I had received this batch of this bath salt Molly for free. And I'll explain in a minute. So, yeah. Basically, this started back when I was around 19 years old. This was in 2019. In the beginning of 2019. It was actually 5 years ago around this point. And yeah, honestly, I was looking at my memories in my phone. I actually took photos of this shit. And it was crazy. I'm definitely gonna put that in the thumbnail, a photo of this stuff. And yeah, let me know down in the comments if you think it was some methadone laced stuff. I think it had methadone in it. It could have had something else, but honestly, when we tested it, it came back black as ever. If you know anything about testing MDMA, it should come back black or look pretty dark. And this came back exactly how it should test. So I was like, I don't know how they would fake that, but this is what's weird about this particular batch. It was very fiendish. So when you take one dose, I don't know, but the one dose didn't hit like a regular Molly kind of like dose would. It definitely wasn't as pure as MDMA. I just noticed that it just had a lot more of a fiendish quality to it. MDMA usually does, but this time around it was completely different. And I'll get into how. So yeah, I used to kick it with this group of druggies, man, and it was just not good. It was some bullshit. And these people were up to no good, hence why I think this all occurred too. And the weirdest thing about this is that this occurred to kind of get these people out of my house. After this event, after this consumption of Molly, man, all hell broke loose. Everybody was up everyone's ass and it feeling like shit. And it was crazy. It was just really nuts. And it kind of made some people psychotic. I mean, it could have, It made one dude fucking... Oh, man, it's crazy. This one dude bit his girlfriend's nose. For whatever reason, man, it's a freaking horror film shit, all right? I have to have a whole nother video explaining that, but it was fucking sad. Let's just put it at that. Anyways, yeah, so this started out as every normal day, any day you're about to take drugs with somebody. There's this little group of friends. I guess I can say friend. Nah, these are not friends, man, but I don't want to refer to them as that. But I guess for the video I can't. But yeah, these people, oh man. So yeah, they all come up, they all hang out. I mean, they're pretty normal, freaking California drug users. I don't know if there's even freaking a term. It was just a mix of people, right? But this was in Orange County area. And Orange County is just known for snaky shit. So it was no wonder these people were kind of snaky. So, and then half of them were fucking homeless and shit. And I had just found out. I'm like, God damn. Okay. But I was so just strung out and shit, I never really cared. So yeah, these people were not of sound mind. But, neither was I, I'll admit. I was taking this shit too, and I was taking the drugs. And, we were all on this shit. So I remember we all took a pretty good dose of this chemical. I don't know what it was. It had to be MDMA. It tested right. I used 3 different tests as well. So I'll never know exactly what it was, but this is what it did. So we take this dose, right? It only lasts up to 4 hours. And I noticed it lasted a lot shorter than MDMA. I'm like, that's fucking strange. And for all I knew, it was MDMA. But this is the weirdest part about it. Later on, I started taking a lot more of this particular batch of Molly. So I had received an 1/8 of this stuff. An 1/8. So, and I had paid, I think, $60 almost for this. So it was actually cheaper than regular Molly. And it was domestic. So that was the other clue that kind of made me think, if this was real MDMA, wouldn't it be more expensive domestically, especially an 1/8 of it? So it had me thinking, it must have been MDMA mixed with something else. And that's why it tested. But, it was just weird. It had the weirdest orange, yellow, crystal look. I've never seen anything look like that. And the only thing I could find that looks like that is particular batches of methadone. And I was like, but that's strange. Did the test give a false positive because it was methadone? Because that's BKMDMA. I don't know what it was, but I know those tests can test for methadone, so there's just no way. Like, it would have to like have a mix of colors or not, or something or the other, right? But no, it was just straight black. So I don't know, it tested right. Weird. It went, just straight to black, and that's exactly what MDMA is supposed to do, or purple to black or blue to black, depending on, I guess, the chemical. I don't know the chemical makeup of that particular batch that they made. I don't really know. I don't know what changes the blue to black, purple to black ratio, of like an MDMA batch. I don't know what would do that, but it didn't do that. It just went straight to black. So like, all I knew is that, man, that shit must be pure as shit, right? I don't know, but this shit had me popping pills like I was fucking popping candy again. Like, this was like that time where I was popping Molly like candy, but except this was worse. Man, I was popping these bath salt Molly pills like candy. So I had a girl over, right? And I was just laying in the bed with this chick. And I was just nonchalantly, like, every 30 minutes, I was like, oh, this shit's not hitting, right? This shit's not hitting. I would just pop another one. Then I'd pop another one. And then another 30 minutes, I pop another one, man. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me, but like I said, this shit gave me the weirdest fiendish feeling I've ever had. Like, it was worse than even regular MDMA. Like, pure MDMA, it wouldn't even make me start fiending that quickly. This made me fiend almost instantaneously. And honestly, I didn't even get a chance to really come down. It's almost like it didn't even really hit your brain like that. You just quickly wanted to jump back into the role, which is kind of weird. That's not how real MDMA works. Real MDMA, you're so taxed from the role, there's no way you want to do it again. And if you did, you must be a real newbie, because, man, I can't do that shit no more. But it was just nuts, man. Like, the feeling of your brain telling you, like, yo, I'm gonna start fiending the fuck out is, man, it's hard to control, especially with whatever the hell this was. I couldn't even differentiate whether it was MDMA or, mixed with something else. You just couldn't really tell at all. There's no way you could differentiate. I didn't have like fucking chemical lab tests in my room. But anyways, so I'm over there just laying down with this chick, and, we're just fucking cuddling in this bed, but like basically spooning. But yeah, so I was just popping these pills. I don't even know if she noticed or not. I didn't even give a fuck. It was fucking crazy. I was hilarious with this shit, dude. It was dumb. But I started hallucinating. Man, after I was done with that little rampage of the pill down my throat, oh man, yeah, quickly led to an overdose. I wasn't really rolling. This is the weirdest part about this. So if this was real MDMA, I would be fucking rolling tits. Like, even if I had just rolled previously, you can't just do that much more pure MDMA and then not roll, at least somehow, unless you did it back to back 3 or 4 days in a fucking row. But look at this. So I downed all that shit, and all I got was like the most stimulant psychosis fucking visual experience ever. I didn't even get really a roll. So it hit me, right? But then I started freaking going in and out of consciousness. I swear, like, I started passing in and out. It was the creepiest fucking shit. It felt like something was trying to take control of my fucking body. That was the fucking scariest part about this. Yeah, I felt like I was being demonically, like, possessed a little bit. And the weirdest thing about this shit was that, oh man, this house, someone had done, I guess, a Ouija board and left a weird energy. And believe it or not, my grandpa is psychic. So this dude came to the house, and believe it or not, like, he told me who did a Ouija board in his house. And I had not told him a thing about anybody potentially doing a Ouija board or even the slightest mention of it. So this dude knew someone did that while I also had that previous information. There's no way I told him. So that leads to me to know that he is fucking real deal psychic. That was some creepy shit. So basically, I don't know, but he said there were fucking bad energies in the house, like demonic energies or something. And I was like, oh, so that explains a lot of this shit, because they love coming around like drug-induced fucking dens, right? It's just a bunch of bad energy. I'm serious. There is a bunch of bad energy, these people. I mean, I even told you, this dude bit his girlfriend's nose in my room, bro. And that's a whole nother story, but yeah. Least to say, there was some fucking weird demonic energy going around. And these people, I don't know what the fuck they brought, but don't ever fuck with the Ouija board, because that shit's for real. Yeah, you don't want to ever even mess with anybody that's even done it, because most likely, they didn't clear the energy, and they're like just walking around like just a permanent mud footprint of this energy everywhere. So be careful about people that that might have done that. You can't guarantee that it was safe, and you can't guarantee that they don't have some weird energy roaming around. I'm serious, because this shit, there's a lot of spiritual, and you see how the world is going right now. There's a lot of weird stuff going down. So please keep in mind, keep your spiritual self and your energies, keep it safe, okay? Don't trash it with shit like this, because these people were trashy. They're negative people, so that attracts this kind of energy. So anyways, yeah, it most likely influenced me this night. Obviously nothing was really possessing me, but I was definitely going in and out of consciousness. I had overdosed, but it was fucking scary. Like, I remember vividly waking up talking, like I didn't even control myself, and I found out it was actually a seizure. There's different seizures, and one of the seizures is where like you start like just talking weird shit and you don't control your voice, and basically you're tweaking out. It's like like a tweaker, how they just like mutter random shit. Yeah, like that's basically like a partial seizure, believe it or not. You can look that up. It's fucking scary. So I had overdosed. I was getting partial fucking seizures, but I mean, obviously nothing too bad, but I was just going in and out. Like, I was just so high. I was definitely out of reality, man. It was crazy. And I was seeing some visual experiences too. I was seeing like these weird flashes and shit. And that's not good, all right? So anyways, I never did that again. But, oh man, so the fact that it made me fiend so much, it takes so much of it, oh yeah. The come down, man, let me get into that. The come down was a bitch. It was hell. That was probably the worst come down I ever went through, worse than the pure MDMA, which leads to me believe, yeah, that shit was definitely cut with something, because not even pure MDMA gave me that harsh of a come down. But keep in mind, this is after I had already came down from pure MDMA anyway, so my brain wasn't really feeling it. It really didn't have enough serotonin going around anymore. But I just remember fucking just almost going insane after this. I'm serious. Like, I'm surprised I didn't go with psychotic or anything. I'm not, at least I already proved I don't have that, propensity to become psychotic. Thank God. But, who knows if I did anything that might come around when I get older, right? That's why you really, really have to take this as harm reduction to never fuck with that shit. Please test your shit. Please, if you can, test it in a lab. Send a sample or something if you're really, really, really like, unsure, because it's not worth it. It was just stupid. Anyways, but like I said, I had gotten this whole batch of questionable bath salt MDMA, right? For free, right? So I had paid actual cash for this fucking bath, and I got the whole 8 for free, which leads me to believe, like, holy shit, that was like the universe almost, foreshadowing that this would be the catalyst to kick those people out of my house, or like to never associate with them. They were just so shitty, and also to give me such a bad come down. I just fucking forced myself to be isolated from everybody. And yeah, it had come at no cost to me. And the funniest thing, I got refunded the money because the vendor, so this is what happened, the vendor just didn't respond. So they had thought the order wasn't shipped, but he still shipped it. So they ended up refunding me the money. There was a dispute, and yeah, there was a dispute because I hadn't received it. And they gave me the money, and I won it real immediately. He didn't respond. So yeah, it was just crazy. And then when I got this stuff, it turned out to be, I guess, fake, or I guess faker than, real. Could have been real, but with fake shit. But I don't know. It was just fucking stupid. But I had gotten this stuff for free, and the money that I got back for that, I had bought 2.5 grams of ketamine. So I had gotten something really a lot better, and I hadn't even tried ketamine. That was the first time I tried ketamine, when I had received that. And I was like, damn. So yeah, that shit gave me the worst come down in my life. I didn't have to pay a dime, so at least it was at no cost to me, right? And I had gotten ketamine out of it. There we go. I got something even better that was fucking 100% real. And this is Netherlands ketamine. So it was definitely some good shit. Anyways, yeah. Moral of the story, don't ever take no bath salts. Don't take bath salt Molly, if you know what it is. And like I said, this could have been MDMA and BK-MDMA mixed in. I don't know. It was the weirdest synth I've ever come across. No other MDMA batches felt like this one did. This one was a lot more like speedy, It didn't make you feel like you were rolling that hard. It was just weird. And then like the roll would end a lot quicker. So a lot shorter of a roll. So that leading me to believe something's wrong. So, yeah, maybe use this video as a reference point for your MDMA use, compare it to how this experience was. If it was nothing compared to it, I'm pretty fucking sure that shit's real. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay high, stay lifted. I'll see you guys in the next one.